Do, 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 do. Just try really, really hard not to sing whatever song's in my head at the moment. Mm.
It's very difficult some days.
Okie dokie. Da, 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 da. Still getting used to all the buttons Facebook gives me that are unnecessary. Really need to start wearing my glasses, my other glasses. Hi there, and welcome to the Quilting Shed. Hello, Quilting Shed here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Fredericton, not Fredericton, Fredericton. Here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and we are also known as the Neurospicy Quilt Shop. That is my alternate tagline, not timeline. Sometimes I feel like we're in an alternate timeline, but hey, sorry. We usually get here like 5 minutes earlier, but I don't know. Or if things would have, yeah, if the buttons would have clicked when they were supposed to click. Facebook in the back end was like, you haven't filled out all the post details. You can't go live yet. I'm like, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Turned out they wanted me to do things like annoy people in Messenger. Anyway, so we're here. And we got a big shipment yesterday. Big-ish. So one of the things I haven't really done much of before was order an entire new line of everything from a collection from Moda. I know. Sometimes I will get some Moda stuff, and Moda has a lot of designers. So a few of you sometimes come in and say, do you have any Moda fabric? And I'm like, yes, I do. But what they're looking for is something specific, like Kansas Troubles, which is from Moda, but it's the Kansas Troubles designer with a line that is very primitive, very traditional, and very different from something like one of the Ruby Star designers that is also from Moda, or one of the things that I'm going to show you right now, which is Sherry and Chelsea, which is also from Moda. And before we get into that, I'll just recap briefly where this fabric comes from. So Moda is an American company, but I don't order the fabric from the States. Nope. You know why? Because it's not made there. Most of the fabric that is in any of your local quilt shops or any of the online ones, or indeed much of anywhere, is made overseas. It is made overseas in various parts of Asia because a large portion of the cotton is grown in places like India, Pakistan. Don't know if it's in Africa or anything. And there is some grown in America as well, but the bulk of it is in Asian countries, and all the textile mills are way over there because they all moved there when all the major companies put manufacturing overseas because it was cheaper. So when I order Moda, or indeed when I order most of my other fabrics, I either go into my supplier distributor's website and order it on my own, or a fabric rep comes and visits me and they bring me a catalog. I will show you just one of them. They bring me a catalog. Oh, geez, I want to do that again. That was great. Watch this. They bring me a catalog. Woo! Sometimes I get it in advance. This is the Moda one. I get one of these 3 times a year. 3 times. Do you see how thick this is? Yeah, that's just the new fabric that comes out 3 times a year and only from Moda. Now, imagine all the other fabric companies you know of, like Northcott or Hoffman or Ben Artex or Figo or Riley Blake, all of the other ones like that, all the manufacturers. Yeah, they've all got this too. Robert Kaufman, Art Gallery, those things. So anyway, I have a distributor that I order from. When the fabric gets to their warehouse, it comes from Asia. Where's this one made? Made in Korea. This one comes from Korea. Comes from Korea. They put it on a boat in shipping containers. Send the boat over the ocean to the port of Vancouver, which is in Canada. And from the port of Vancouver, they unload those container ships and send the boxes to my distributor, which is in BC. And they look at their paperwork and they go, Andrea, New Brunswick, wow, that's going to go far. Let's pack up her order from these boxes off the boat, send them off to New Brunswick. That, my friend, is how your fabric got here. Note, nowhere in there did it go through the U.S. Yep, there we go. So, my mom's at home going, shut up, Andrea, just get to the pretty fabric. Did I tell you it was Neurospicy? totally unrelated. ADHD is 25% hereditary. Anyway, Raspberry Summer. This is from Sherry and Chelsea. Sherry's blog is a quiltinglife.com. I've been reading her forever. This is like a mother and daughter team. This is a mother and daughter team that work well together. Roasting my mom today.
Okay.
I know. But look at those nice colors. It will match many of their other collections if you are familiar with them, or maybe if you're not and you're maybe familiar with another Moda designer. They tend to do collections that complement one another. I know the Bonnie and Camille Ross Kelly, she does a lot that matches itself. I have another one here. They all match. Zen Chic is another one. All of her stuff matches. So I got all the pre-cuts. So jelly rolls, got the layer cakes, got the charm packs, got the mini charm packs. Susan doesn't know this, our Saturday helper, Susan. She doesn't know this yet, but I've already pulled out stuff for a sample for her to make. Please, Susan, could you make me a sample from Raspberry Summer? She probably will. I'll twist her arm. So that's that one. I do want to show you some extras. You can see this one right behind me. This is a cheater quilt. It's not full backing width. I think it's 68 inches. 60 inches. 60 inches. 60 inches wide, and it is a Dresden plate. Yeah, 60 inches. So the pattern repeat is 24. So in theory, it's a panel. But we'll probably do the running yardage so people can just get what they want.
You use it as like the middle of a block.
Yeah, you could use it. You could just get a chunk and just, cut these out as blocks and not have to piece the Dresden. Just give yourself some sashing and stuff. So it's sort of, because those are small Dresdens. Oh my God, I would not want to piece that.
I could do it.
And it's very, very cute. So that's that. I do not know how much these are. Do you know how much this yardage is going to be?
Nope, because you haven't told me yet.
It'll be in the 22 to 24 meter range, though. The thing with the brand spanking new mode is the price has been slowly increasing, not because of tariffs. The cotton shortages from a couple years ago or so have caught up with everything, and all the other mess globally has caught up. So yeah, the price has just wound up increasing. I expect that will level off, though. This is about the max I think that they can stand. And I remember saying this time last year, or was it 2 years ago? We don't know anymore. So the other thing that came, actually, before I get to that, geez, we're only barely 10 minutes in. I'm going to show you a bit more of this fabric.
Yeah, you're really flying through.
I am flying through it. The meds have kicked in.
You didn't even give me time to cut fat quarters like you wanted.
Sorry. Well, it was fat quarters of those fabrics over there.
Well, there's also an order to fill.
Yes, I know. So, yeah, we just got here, so we're still chatting. Me and Snowy, the manager. So there we have the Paisley from Raspberry Summer. We're gonna swap. This is one of the little tiny tonal florals. So this one is in the orangey color, and it would be also in yellow and navy and green, probably a pink or a red. Just can't see it from here. Oh, there's a multicolor one too.
Yes.
There are some basic prints in here too, so all of these prints have multiple colorways. This is kind of looking like a gingham, but it's a little dashy line here. It's like a little stitch line. Of course, there's a gingham. This is in multiple colors. And this is a diagonally print gingham, which is really good because then you can just do your regular straight cut strips of binding, and then it looks like you did it on the diagonal, and it's really cute.
Or sashing.
Or sashing. The Focus Floral, good pick here on the light green. Look at this, still in the plastic. That is a very light green. It's a nice apple green.
I was going to say it's a very 30s.
It's very 30s green, yeah. This is one of my favorites. This little cute star dot. It's the dots with the little stars in it. It's adorable.
I think this one too.
Yeah, I haven't seen this one. This little design here with this little, there we go. That little flower. Oh, look, there's part of the selvage. Raspberry summer. That little flower, so that's in multiple colorways. And this floral too, which is little rings of flowers. And this also comes in multiple colors. So,
It comes in 2 colors.
2 colors. So it's got the red background. It's white background. It's got the red background. I can see.
Yeah, but it only comes in 2 colors.
Oh, I thought I saw a green one, but
Nope.
it's probably something different.
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, so there's like 40 bolts because it's Moda, and Moda does really big collections. And Moda, again, is the ones who invented the things like Jelly Rolls and mini charm packs and all those pre-cuts and gave them fancy names. So that's why there's like one of everything in here. Yeah.
This box is being torn apart slowly.
Sorry. Yeah, it's partly my fault. The box is falling apart. You can tape the corners.
No, we're gonna need to deconstruct it later.
Okay.
They just need something to rest on.
So the other thing that came in the box, which is really exciting, is the threads from Sweetwater. This is red, white, and black, and pink. Dun, dun, dun. But it's Sweetwater. This is the mini charm pack. So you can kind of see there what they're going for. This is the fat quarter bundle. Look at that. So I like Sweetwater because it has all these little tiny prints, and these are all sewing related and stitch related. So there's like buttons and stitches and some really nice text prints. And I'm going to squeeze this little quilting print here. Like, look at, ta-da! I did not get yardage of this. I did get some fat quarters. I will crack some open, throw them in the fat quarter bins. It'll probably be in our $6 fat quarter bin. It's got a lovely red in there with the same prints. And this print on top, I did get a bolt of this. I got a bolt of this print because I thought this is a print I can see people doing a lot with I always tell people if you're concerned about the price of the fabric, but you really, really like it, get like just your favorite print and then work in blenders and solids to go with it. So then you still have the focus on like the designery print and it looks like a designer thing, but you've compensated, let's say, for it with using some of your other prints. So this is almost like mini labels. Look at these. Aren't they adorable? So life is better with a quilt, hugs and stitches, bag lining. Could you see this inside your favorite purse just as is? This is cute. I've been making myself a little backpack. It's freaking adorable. Look at this. Handmade with love down here. Right there. Look at that. It's a good day to have a good day. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I want to play with this. I really do. I'm not going to have a chance to play with this for probably not until tomorrow, but I bet you we can come up with some very cool things to do with this particular print. We will show you some of that later. But again, also we have pre-cuts. Yay. And it's fantastic. And hello to the people in the comments. Oh, hey, Ella, how you doing? And Louise. Bonjour, Louise. And Tash. Hi, Tash. We did get some other things. I'm going to take a break from showing you fabric because we got some fabric in last week, but it was either too close to the video or right after last week's video that I was like, nah, we'll skip it. Nah, we'll skip it. Notions came in. I had to restock some notions, of course. We tried to get the end of the month and go, okay, what are we out of? And then place orders for all our notions. So that's how that works. I don't have a box that magically shows up like other retailers because those things are chains. The only fabric that magically shows up are pre-orders. But again, I have to go pick those. And then I just know it's coming out whenever. Like, I have pre-orders scheduled all the way to October at this point. But I don't pre-order things like notions unless they're new, and that doesn't happen a lot. So some of the things that we got in, other than things that needed to be restocked, I'm kind of excited about this because people actually started asking, and I'm like, I should probably maybe do this. And we have samples that include this Notion rickrack in 2 widths, big and small. Just off the top of my head, if you take a little line of rickrack and you place it in that first seam line between your binding and your quilt, so just the rickrack bumps stick out between your binding and your quilt on the front side of your quilt, that kicks it up to adorable. I'm just saying. This is in white. We have other colors, which we'll show very soon. 80 cents a meter for the smaller, and $1.20 a meter for the wider. It's like ½ inch. So it's like ½ inch rickrack.
And it's showing on the website too.
And it's showing on the website already. Oh my God. Funny story. Remember at Christmas time, I had the tomato pin cushion ornaments, and people kept thinking they were pin cushions and didn't realize right away that they were ornaments. And I had to keep explaining it, even though it says in the box, ornaments, and it's shiny.
Shiny and hard.
Shiny and hard, yeah. And then a couple weeks ago, right before I placed this order for Notion, somebody came in and said, I'm looking for a pin cushion. Do you ever get any of those traditional, like, ones that look like a tomato? And I'm like, this is a sign. This is a sign. So you know what I did? Tomato pin cushions. Look at that. And the price is $3, $2.99. Like, seriously? Little tomato pin cushion. And if you're curious, the little baby strawberry that's on the side here, this is for sharpening your needles. If you feel it, it feels like sand. This has got emery in it. When you file your nails, the sandpaper is the emery board. This is the emery little sand stuff in here. You just poke your needles in there a few times. It'll sharpen them right up. That's what that's for. That's your tip for today. Ella had knee surgery. Ooh, you could just have people bring you stuff and then you could sew it. Of course I'm talking about sewing. Also snacks. So yeah, tomato pin cushion. I'm happy about that. The best part about assigning a job to somebody else is saying, again, I said, Snowy, throw some extra things in. And we were yelling across the room, should we get some buttons? Yeah, let's get some buttons. So we got some buttons, but we got like some novelty buttons. You had fun with this, didn't you?
Yeah, and they'll go with the collection we just got.
They will absolutely go with the collection we got. So if you like make little mini wall hangings, or you want to add a few fun things to your goods that you're making, like little wall hang. I know the Patchability stuff sometimes uses all these novelty buttons. These ones are sewing related. So fun buttons, spools, scissors. I see a sewing machine, one in there. There is a needle I can see in the back that's hiding. Look at that. That's so cute. $5.50. So that's that one. Huh, I know. This is another, this one. See, this one's more up my alley. This one has a little dressmaker form. I'm a sucker for little miniature dressmaker forms. I really am.
Because they're the only ones that'll fit you.
They're the only ones that'll fit me. Oh, I wish. This one just has the scissors and spools. I mean, scatter them down something. It's adorable. Once again, we've had these before. They're back again. Carrot noses. And I got them because I think I was asked at least 3 times over the holidays, do we have any carrot nose buttons? Well, we do. Don't make me regret this. $5.50 purchase. I'm ridiculous. And finally, my other personal favorite, these little tiny mini light bulbs. I'm dying here. String these across a little like wall quilt. Seriously, with the little lights on. Wouldn't that be the freaking most adorable thing you have ever seen in your life? It would be for me. And finally, no, button. Who's got the button? We got more buttons. These little bottles of buttons. Ta-da! 4 colors of buttons, assorted sizes. Neutrals. So this is like blacks and browns and things. All different sizes. These are also $5. One of the things we struggled with, like these are green ones, and these are red ones. And these are natural and white and gray ones. So $5 for a bottle of buttons. So one of the things we were wondering, since we have multiples of these, because sometimes at a supplier you can't buy just one of something, you have to buy what they call them, case pack. It might be as little as 3. How many? Might be as much as 6. Did we get 4 of these or 6 of these?
4.
4. So we had to buy 4 of them, of each color. So let me know. We were wondering, do we crack open one of these so people can buy just the single buttons that they want if they only needed like 4 buttons?
Or even one large one.
Or even one large one. Oh my goodness, this one. I like this one. This one right here. This looks like this square one. It almost looks like an octopus or like a Celtic thing. Maybe you need a quick 1 button for like a shawl or something. Oh, there's some good teal ones in this one. Yeah, some teal ones. So let me know if you wanted to like paw through some buttons and just buy some single buttons. We could do that. Okay, this came in and I'm like, why the heck did I order this? Because I already had some. And I guess it was not correct in inventory, and I just saw the list and saw that we were out and didn't recall seeing it on the shelf. But this is the incredible cling tape that clings to itself. It's a roll of plastic. It's not sticky. So it's like a thick saran wrap. I'm going to crack one of these open and start using it in the shop because you can, on the front, they showed it wrapped around some fabric with like a price tag. That would work.
No, it has someone's name on it. It's like Casey's Quilt or something.
Yeah, it says Katie's Quilt. But I was thinking even yesterday we packed a mail order and somebody had ordered 4 shades of like turquoise aqua. So we had a conversation about how do we label this fabric so that when the recipient gets it, they know which color is which. Other than, maybe I know in the past, whatever order that was on the order form, tried to make sure to stack it in that same order so they could say, okay, this was the navy, this was the midnight, this was the turquoise, this was the aqua. Because, I mean, you order 5 shades of red, how do you know which red was crimson and which red was ruby and which was cardinal? I might be able to wrap it in this and then label this. What I did yesterday was I took small pieces of paper, put the color name on them, and stapled them right on the selvage that already had holes. So that when the recipient gets their 4 shades of blue, they know which blue is which. So I'm always assuming that if somebody's ordering 4 small shades like that are near identical, that they're just trying to color match something. And that's an easy way to do that. But then I like to label them for you and make your job easier because that make your life easier because that just makes sense to me. Way back like 15 years ago, I ordered a bunch of Kona colors from somewhere and they had done that for me. And I'm like, this is the best idea ever. So I tried to carry that thought on. Dun, dun, dun. And then sometimes things happen. I know you like to say things happen in 3s, but sometimes I lose count. But we had a run in where at least 3 people had asked us for safety pins. And I realized how little we had in stock for safety pins and what varieties. So
safety pins for basting specifically.
Safety pins for basting specifically. So we have, these are the biggest curved basting pins I've ever seen. Dun, 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 dun. Willa says she's going to come for a visit soon, and Ella thinks we shouldn't crack open the buttons.
Okay.
I mean, we have the whole. I wouldn't crack open all of them. I would just get some of them, but you can buy a bottle of buttons anyway. Curved rust resistant nickel plated steel safety pins. Nickel plated steel, rust resistant. Okay, so yeah, that's like $10. All the basting pins you can shake a stick at. Yeah, see, I like these. I did not know they came in this size, but this is an excellent size for big fat basting. Yeah, for a very thick. So this is like a 100 pack, and this is a 300 pack of the same size. 1 inch, 1 inch, yeah. And these ones are 2 inch. Yeah.
This would be good for denim quilts, actually.
This would be good for like the hand quilters if they're using the fluffy poly batting. What was it you said?
The denim quilt.
The denim quilts, if you were doing something like really stiff or thick with lots of, yeah. The other things we were short on were the very tiny, very fine applique pins. Specifically like this. Look at how tiny they are. They're like 1 inch long.
No, they're 3/4.
3/4 of an inch. Snowy's over there telling me how big it is, and can't even read the label from here. restocked on rotary blades. I think I overstocked, but I got annoyed because I kept running out. So now I won't run out for a while. Feel free to prove me wrong though. But again, with the rotary blades, we also got in the pinking rotary blade for your 45 millimeter cutter. So this says Olfa. If you don't have an Olfa one, but it is 45 millimeters, this blade will still fit. It's fairly standard. You don't have to buy the brand name blade for your cutter. It doesn't have to be the same brand. It just has to be the same size. And the sizes are fairly big changes from one to the other. So it's not like you have to be on the lookout for a 40 versus a 45. It's a 45 or it's a 60. It's a huge visible difference.
By the way, with that pinking blade in particular, you cannot use these types of rotary cutters for that. You need the one that they show.
Oh, you need the Ergo one? So this blade won't fit in this cutter?
No.
Just because of the way it closes?
Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't close like that.
So it wouldn't be safe.
So it wouldn't be safe. Oh yeah, that would stick out past the edge. So yeah, this definitely needs, now I'm correcting myself. This definitely is this kind of squeezy cutter here. Just because of the pinking. That's all. And finally, we do have the little Fox needle threaders, which I think are adorable. But there's only 2 sizes on them, and the small size on the Fox needle threader isn't very small for some things. So we did get 2 different packages of the bog standard needle threaders. I know these are the ones that if you pull too hard, they pull out, but we have them anyway. They're cheap. They're almost disposable, but we have them.
They're like $2.
Yeah, I mean, this is $1.69, and it's got a package of 3 in them. I mean, they do last more than once.
Yeah, obviously.
This one, that's a super fine. It has one of those silver ones. This one says silk needle. I think that looks even finer. Don't you love how I keep looking up my glasses and going? And the other one says machine needle threader. So that'll help you with your machine needle. If you can't get a hand on your needle threader that's built in, or if you don't have one. Okay, so those are those. So we did get some other fabrics. I need a tea. Oh my goodness. I got a little something going on in my chest. I don't really think it's a cold. Might be asthma, but whatever. We did get, this is going to be hard to show, and I don't want to open this one. We did get, you've heard me talk about short bolts before. We got a whole entire box of short bolts of tone-on-tone whites. And, of course, again, January, February, everybody's trying to finish up older projects, and the people I see coming in are like, I don't have any background fabric. And it must have been a solid week. Every day somebody came in looking for background fabric because nobody stashes their background fabric. I am here to help. I am here to help. And these are the Robert Kaufman. These are the Mini Madness. I have multiple bolts of some of these small prints and multiple bolts of like the same print with a small amount on them. So this one's actually 4 yards. So this bolt has 4 yards / meters on it, whatever. Yeah. So what we do, and from previous experience, they just wrap extra around here. So I know it says 4 yards. It's at least 4 meters and a few more inches. But I've got like 6 of this particular design, and this one is tiny little stars on white. Well, not tiny. Can you see those? Maybe not. Yeah, it's hard to see. Maybe there.
Open it up and put your hand behind it.
Oh, I didn't want to open this one, though. Oh, we haven't opened any of them, though, so it's okay.
No.
I can't open this one. So I have a few of some designs. I pulled out 2 designs to show you that I have more than 2 bolts of. Oh, yeah, that totally works.
So you said that
There we go.
They're a little bit generous with their amounts. No, they're not.
Okay.
They're pretty exact with
Pretty
this.
exact. Okay.
So
Well, it was like first price.
okay.
For price point. Because I have a few that I just want to sell, like just the whole bolt and
Yeah,
not
I
unroll it and unwrap it.
Yeah.
So if it says 4 on the end, I just want to say 4 meters. That's what we sold
Well,
you.
I'm just letting the people know that sometimes it's pretty exact.
Sometimes it's pretty exact. Okay. And what I was also going to say is if it turns out you unroll it all and it's not the same amount, let me know. Because if you do buy the bolt, we will just give you 20% off. Because you just pick it up and go. Because you get the discount because we don't have to unwrap it and unroll it or store it. So we have at least 4 bolts of this star design that you can just take the whole bolt. And 4 is, somebody bought 4 of like a white yesterday. And they're like, that's going to be enough for a background for whatever I might want to make in the future. Yes, it is.
Yep.
And nobody stashes this. And at this price, it's nuts. What was the price again?
They're 14.
These are 14, so 20% off the 14. I mean, and this is the Robert Kaufman Mini Madness. This is madness. This one,
It's just a tiny dot.
this one's a tiny dot. I can't hardly see this one.
Yeah, it's very subtle.
This one's very subtle. I really like this one too. I'm going to use my hoodie on this one. Bear with. Bear with. Bear with. I've been watching this new British, it's not a new one. I've been watching a new to me British comedy and one of the recurring gags. Anyway, so, oh yeah. So this is like a Swiss dot if you didn't see it. And we do have multiples of this one. This one happens to be a 6-yard bolt. So you see they're not very, very huge. It's got 6 on it. 6 yards, 6 meters. And as a side note, 100% cotton made in Pakistan. Also came directly to Canada to my distributor. Neat, huh? And I can see behind me, and you probably like, she hasn't talked about that yet. I know. I don't even know the price of this panel, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, Heidi from west of us. So this panel right here is also Moda. It's brand spanking new. I don't know how much it is, but it's one of those lightweight canvas ones. It's vintage farm labels. They've got a little picture on the side where you could do things like make totes, make pillows, applique them onto something else. You guys will come up with all kinds of creative things. At some point, I'll do a social media post about it and scare up some images of what other people have done. But I mean, it's pretty big. Ugh. I mean, look at this is how big it is. It's got those big vintagey thingies on there. That vintage illustrations. So if you've got old school farmhouse going on in your home, or you want to do it as a gift for somebody else who has that vibe, maybe explore some options for if you do craft sales, craft fairs, and everything.
If you're a big fan of the Hanwell Mart.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of the Hanwell Mart, that's where we do some of our grocery shopping. Look, everybody's talking local, hyper local, vintage little farm stands. And have you ever bought something from the side of a road where there was no attendee, where you just grabbed your bag of potatoes and left your $5 in a tin and then carried on? That to me is New Brunswick country. This is awesome. We will get a price for you at some point. But the other very exciting thing, which I do have a price for, I love wheelie chairs. I just have to clip that out of the video later and just this random clip of me going, I love wheelie chairs. So this big roll of fabric is not folded. It's 58 inches wide, and it's not folded because it's waxed canvas. Ta! You can see maybe some of the, so you start to fold this and it does get lines in it, which is what we call not good. But wax canvas is used a lot for bag making. It's waterproof. It's canvas that has been treated with wax mixed in with some other oils and things. I don't know if it's like kerosene or whatever, but linseed oil or something. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I have this. And the plan is, when I get them in it, is to cut some 1/2 meter pieces. So you would get a piece that is 20 inches wide by 58, which should be plenty for a bag. I may cut a couple of bigger pieces, but the idea is I want to pre-cut some pieces for customers so I'm not awkwardly rolling it out on the cutting table while we have a line that's, 3 or 4 people deep. You can just grab it and go. So if you are a handbag maker, I have the navy, I have a hunter green. There are more colors available from my supplier, but I just wanted to get 2 in to start to see how they went over. And yeah, it's $10 per quarter meter, so a 20-inch piece is going to be $20. And honestly, there is another popular Canadian handbag supplier out there, and this is the same price as what they have. So there you go. You just get it from here. Very happy. Actually, I had one customer who's been asking me about this, and she came in on Saturday, and I went, "You!" as soon as she came in the door. Scared the life out of her. It's like, no, I have something very cool to show you. So she was super jazzed that we got this and was like, call me as soon as you have it ready to sell. I should do that. Anyway, woo! Couple more things to show you. Ugh. Facebook keeps telling me my frame rate is too low. I can't do anything about that. Sorry, Facebook. Some of the other things that came in that we hadn't shown you yet, but they are on the shop floor. They are priced and ready to go.
But they're not on the website.
But they are not on the website because we have to do our own pictures. This was.
Same as the comfy flannels,
12. Okay. Rubber ducky, you're the one. This is flannel. Not flannelette, flannel. Flannel. Pardon?
But is it wide?
It is not wide. It's the regular width flannel, but if you are making baby quilts, receiving blankets, vaguely recall some of the guilds around here are doing stuff for like NICUs everywhere. This, absolutely adorable, especially when it's on a baby that's like maybe barely bigger than those duckies. So that's that one. I do have more. I just brought one over to show you. I actually got a really cute Christmassy one too, and I know that's going to sit there until like July before people start looking at it. But I have it, and it's there. So there we go. This is the one that I expect. This is the one that I expect we will get rid of, that we will sell out of first. Winnie the Pooh. It's the Winnie the Pooh, if you've read the Pooh stories. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet in a very, very cute flannel for $12 a meter. I mean, I'm a giver like that. So do you have a couple of fat quarters to show me, or no, we did not get to them?
No.
We did not get to them. Okay.
You started too quick, so I just gave up on it.
Sorry.
Because you started with the fabric, not the notion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I did have some other fabric that came in, but it was like miscellaneous stuff from one of my suppliers. He's like, here, this guy calls them promos. If a fabric sits around in the warehouse too long, they start marking it down, just like your favorite fabric shop. And that's often how I can get some really cool fabrics for you, especially if you're looking for a novelty or something weird, like a one-off thing that I don't necessarily want to get a whole collection of. And sometimes I just see things that I have to have. But we can get them at a good price. What was this for? What was the price?
I think it should be same as you.
Was it like 12 to 15, somewhere in that range?
I think it might be
14. Yeah, it's either 14 or 15. There we go.
Definitely not 12.
Macarons. So
French.
this is, I know, it's fancy French pastries. So we got this. Because, I mean, even from a distance, it's sweet and it's pastel. You don't necessarily notice. It would blend well with a lot of other things I've seen people come in.
It also matches probably a lot of Easter fabric that
Probably
you
does match some Easter fabric, but I'm thinking some little girl quilts, some soft florals. It's, you
have.
know.
I'm thinking a treat bag.
Oh, a treat bag. Oh, don't tempt me. You know what? I want to put this up against the Blossom Brew line later and see how well it matches that. Because
It was already up next to it. Not great.
Not great? Oh, okay. Guess not. But this one print is actually from Dear Stella, which I like a lot of her stuff, that designer's stuff, or that manufacturer's stuff. They have multiple designers at Dear Stella. Anyway, it's a little more modern, a little more illustrative, let's call it. And we did get some other ones that I'm just going to name, and eventually you will see them either in the shop or on the website. We got a generic Barbie print. It's just pink, the pink hearts with the Barbie bee on a white background with a couple other things. It would be a nice lining for the Barbie bag panel that we have. That's partly why I got it.
I am bringing you this one.
You are bringing me. This is mermaid scales, but I also got it with.
It's from Dragons.
It is from the dragon.
It might
We
be.
put it with the dragon stuff.
Look at the sticker on the.
It just says texture. Flourish, scale texture. Okay, it's timeless treasures. Okay. Where was this? This one was also made in Pakistan. It'll tell you on the end of the bolt. So this is a scale texture that's purple. I kind of got that because it's mermaid. It's purple. It's just a nice texture.
Well, what else does it remind you of?
But it also reminded me of dragons because the two other prints that I got that were one-offs were a flame print and a stone castle wall print because our family is full of geeks and nerds, and I have an affinity for geeks and nerds. I married one. I mean, my loved ones love dragons. Well, who doesn't love dragons?
Knights.
Shouldn't say my loved ones. Me too.
Knights.
And castles and knights and damsels in distress.
I'm saying knights are the only people. Who
Oh,
love
knights are
dragons.
the... Who doesn't love dragons? Knights. Knights don't love dragons, apparently. Long-suffering sigh. Yeah, I think I'd better wrap it up. I'm starting to ramble. Did I get any more of the farm and garden line in? Sorry, I did not. I just got in this panel because I thought it was great.
It has lots of bright colors.
It has lots of bright colors. We may have other farm vegetables coming in at a later date, possibly.
I was gonna say we do have like wheat, not like.
We have
processed
wheat.
We have wheat farm.
Wheat farms. No, I think she's asking. I think it's Kyla asking for fruits and vegetables or vegetables. This did have more stuff to go with it. They were like generic veggies and things. I do have that on my list. I actually have some in a cart at one of my suppliers. I just haven't pushed the button yet because I had a lot of fabric coming in, so I didn't need to buy more fabric. So eventually, but let me check my spreadsheet because I do think I ordered some pre-cuts and fat quarters of some vegetables, possibly. It's ringing a bell in my head here. Oh, hey, look, I'm on my computer and it's right there. But I don't want to get distracted too much, even though I'm clicking over right now.
It's quarter to opening.
Farm panel. Hey, they sent me that farm panel early. That was supposed to come in March. Okay.
Sneak preview.
Dun, 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 dun. Good Lord. In April, we're getting Halloween stuff already. That's insane. All right, with that, I'm going to leave you because I really need a cup of tea. And we need to open the shop and clean up this mess. You should see it back here. It's a mess. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys go look at your stuff. Think about the projects you have that need a tone-on-tone white background because we can totally help you out and we can move some of that and come in and have a look at the raspberry summer because it's amazing, quite frankly. It's extremely adorable. And until then, I guess we will be doing some cleanup, putting those mail orders out, and cutting hella fat quarters. Yep. So I'll talk to you later. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Where's the end the live video button? Okay. There we go. Found it.